Hi, I'm Tori, and I'm probably on your news feed and you're watching this video because you clicked on it. But it's like 11:30. I'm making this video, that's why I look like butthole, because this morning I didn't have enough time to get ready. But, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm placing my pants. I decided to make this video because people are in desperate need for this video. Alright, this video is on bullying, kind of, in a way. For you people who walk past me, you know who you are, and talk about me. You say something, you walk past me and say something. Don't walk past me. You look me in the eye and you straight up say it. Because I want you to look at me in the eye after you watch this video and say it. See how big you feel after you say this. After you say it, if you call me a name. Or, because that's all you do is walk past me and say something. You don't look me in the eye. You don't look at me, you don't stop, you don't, I don't know, you don't do anything, you just walk past me and say it like it's nothing. Like, people like you are ignorant and stupid. I want you to know before you say something to somebody, maybe they have problems of their own. It's not just me either, it's anybody. You say something about somebody, and you walk past them and say it, or you say it to them their face, they might laugh about it and walk away, or they might not even do anything at all. They'll probably just look at you like, oh, okay, and then they'll walk away. Just because they do that doesn't mean it doesn't get to them. And I want to tell you my story, because you don't know me well enough if you have a problem with me. If you have a problem with me, text me. If you don't text me, it means you don't have my number. If you don't have my number, it means you don't know me well enough to have my number, let alone have a problem with me. So I'm going to tell you what I go through, what I had to go through. I don't walk around. You guys think I walk around the school thinking I'm better than all of you guys? That's not how it is. Because I left my old school because this is the same thing that's happened. I got bullied in my old school. Yeah, obviously. Bet you didn't think that. Oh my god, Tori got bullied. Yeah, I did. And it fucking sucked. And we're gonna start this from the beginning. When I was little, I got taken away from my mom and dad and moved into a foster family. Not one. I got moved around a lot. I switched schools a lot. I didn't have a true friend, longer than 2 months because I moved out and lived with different people. And when I turned 7, I lived in this foster family. I'm not going to say who they are because they know who they are if they're watching this. And I got abused by them and sexually assaulted by the foster father. Don't blame my parents about this. They didn't know what was going on. My mom was getting help because she had problems when she had us. That's why we moved out. And I lived in that foster family for like about maybe 10 years. And all throughout living there, that's all I wanted to do was kill myself. And it was that miserable. I thought being dead would be better than what I was going through. And the only thing that kept me there was my brother. My brother's my best friend. His name is Emery. He's awesome. Around 6th grade is when I started cutting. People walk past me like, oh, why do you cut? That's not good. Don't do that, you know. Humans are animals. You can't tell them not to do something and they won't do it. The reason why I started cutting was because I thought there was more pain. I wanted to show myself that there was more pain than what I was going through. So I'd cut myself, obviously. And not only does bullying leave scars from a person, it not only physically scars them, but it emotionally, and their self-esteem gets lower, you know, what they think about themselves. When you call somebody something, it's probably nothing if they got called it once or twice. But if you're like people like me, who have to go home to people who say stuff about you, just the beginning of this year was when I moved out of that foster family. I left Deer River, or the school I went to before, because I got bullied and because the old people who I lived with go to school there. their kids went there, so I left. And I went to my new school because I didn't want to get bullied anymore, obviously, and this was supposed to be a new start for me. It freaking sucked, honestly, because my ex caused a lot for me, and I don't know, I don't want to get into that because it's stupid. But before you call somebody something, just think maybe they got called it when they were little. Too much. That, to the point where people, you know, when they say that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt. If you get called it enough, please do not tell me it hurts more than getting physically hurt. Because when you get called something, it sticks with you for a long time, if you're like me. And honestly, that shit sucks. And when you see somebody getting bullied, don't sit there like a retard and not do anything about it. Because what if that was you? What would you want people to do? Would you want them to sit there and stare at you and make you feel retarded? Because you're sitting there and you're not going to stick up for yourself. Because the reason why I don't stick up for myself in my new school is because I don't want to deal with it. Because all my life, when I get bullied, I didn't do anything about it and stick up for myself. I sat there and listened to people call me things because I believed it. I believed what they said about me. Because I've been called it so many times, it stuck with me. But when somebody's being bullied and you're sitting there, don't just sit there like a retard. Please do something about it. Because if tables turn, which it most likely will, what goes around comes around, if it will come back to you. And now, after you watch this video, I want you, if you walk past me and say something, I want you to look me in the eye and say it. Don't look away, don't look down, don't look at the floor, don't look at the fucking fly on the wall or anything. I want you to look at me and say it to my face. Because now you know me enough to say something. I want you to know that I've gone through a bunch of shit in my life. And now you can say something. Because what you're doing is stupid, and I want you to know when you grow up, if you're gonna act like how you are now, and things aren't gonna be different. You're still gonna be the mean person. People don't like mean people, obviously. You think you're cool with your little friends walking around calling people shit? Think about what they're going through. They can go home and their grandma could have cancer, or their family, or they can have their... People have their own problems. Don't cause more for them. You're ignorant as hell if you do that. But yeah, share and like this video. If you like this video, obviously. But it is 11:42 and I need to go to sleep because I have school tomorrow, so bye, Facebook.